everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm taking you on an epic adventure as I set sail on a Viking ferry from Helsinki to Stockholm. Get ready to witness the beauty of the open sea as I embark on a solo sailing journey that lasts a whopping 17 hours. During this time I stay in a luxurious junior suite with my own private balcony. I dine at a super fancy restaurant, indulge in a spa treatment, experience a sauna
This is too much fun.
and witness the most incredible views of the Stockholm archipelago. Before we dive into this once-in-a-lifetime experience, let me give you a little background. I've always been drawn to unique long-distance journeys, whether that be by train, cruise, flight, and in this case, ferry. And the idea of sailing on a Viking ferry from one country to another seems like the ultimate bucket list activity to tick off here in Scandinavia. It's an experience that I'd hoped to tick off with my husband, but as you know, I had to send him back to New Zealand. Having embarked on solo train adventures before, this would be my first solo sea experience. So I decided to push myself out of my comfort zone and embark on this unforgettable voyage alone. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an exciting journey like this one.
Is that my ship? Oh, I went to open. I went to open the blinds and it's glass. That's better. Oh my gosh! That's where I'm gonna be this evening. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Oh wow! I didn't realize I'd have a view of it from my hotel room.
Okay friends, this behind me is the Viking Gabriella, and this ferry is going to be my home for the next 17 hours. We depart at around 5:15 p.m. this evening and we'll arrive in Stockholm tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. And I'm pretty excited because this is not your average ferry. This looks like a cruise ship. As far as I can see, there are restaurants, there is multiple different dining options, there's bars. I even saw a nightclub on the map. Not that I'm going to be going nightclubbing by myself on a ferry. I am pretty excited as well because I have booked a junior suite, like a luxury fancy suite. There are so many different accommodation options on this ship, and I think I chose the second from the fanciest. I'll tell you how and why I booked that very shortly. Long story, but this is all a bit too exciting, and this will be my very first overnight ferry ride. We've done a lot of cruises, but never just an overnight ferry to get from A to B, which I guess a lot of people would use this for, but this is a holiday for me. So, Viking Gabriella, let's go and see what you're all about. The check-in and boarding process was incredibly smooth. I simply walked about 10 minutes to the ferry terminal located in Katijonoka, a super beautiful part of Helsinki. We dive a little bit more into this neighborhood and where we stayed in our last episode. You should totally go and watch it after if you missed it. The Viking terminal itself was really nice, spacious, clean, and felt very grand.
This is so nice.
I simply jumped on one of the little self-service machines, scanned the QR code, and bam! My ticket printed out, I followed the signs, went through a gate, passport control, and a really long hallway with one of those little treadmills. Upon entering the vessel, I was guided to the lift by a friendly crew member. He said that in order to get to my room, I had to use a particular lift, as only this one allowed access to my special floor, level 11, which immediately had me intrigued about what the heck I had just booked.
I have my own floor. Oh my gosh, this is my room. Is it? Oh, it is, it is.
Before we take a look around, as some of you know, I recently married my wonderful Swedish man, and although now we live in New Zealand, I am determined to continue incorporating Swedish into our household. Babbel is one of the top language learning apps in the world, and the sponsor of today's video. Yay! This partnership has honestly given me the push I need to actually learn Swedish.
Jag kommer från Stockholm.
Jag kommer från Stockholm. I'm not only learning this for my husband and my cute little future Swedish children, but I have always been a massive nerd when it comes to continuing learning and pushing outside of our comfort zone. But learning a new language can lead to some rather hilarious moments. A few years ago, I took one of my very first solo trips to the grocery store in Sweden, and I was so excited to finally be brave enough to use Swedish for my first time in public properly, and I wanted to thank the checkout lady. Instead of saying tack så mycket, which means thank you very much, I said jag älskar dig, which means I love you. The look on her face was priceless. But I'm leveling up with the help of Babbel. The lessons are so practical and easy to follow, and really cool. Babbel is scientifically proven by researchers at Yale to help you start speaking a new language in just 3 weeks. Seems I need to do some maths learning as well. I'm gonna let you know how my progress is going in a few weeks' time. And guess what? We've got a special, like a really special offer for you. It is so good. You guys can get 60% off your subscription by using the link in our description. I think it's super duper handy because you guys all love traveling, so why not learn a new language? And I'm really, really excited to hear what language you want to learn and why. Let me know in the comments. What? Surely that costs extra. Surely. Oh my gosh, we're leaving. I feel movement. We're currently leaving the port. Alright friends, welcome aboard. We have just taken off. Hang on, that doesn't sound right. Departed. I have got no time to waste. I may only be on this ship for 17 hours, but it is an action-packed 17 hours. I've booked a dinner voucher, which I don't know what that means, but I purchased a voucher for a certain restaurant on board for €20. I'm assuming I get an extra discount based on the voucher I've booked, but I'll let you know when that happens. Now I've booked that for 5:30. Yes, that's really early, but I wanted to leave as much time as possible to embark on all the exciting activities here on board, such as the sauna. I've booked a pass for the sauna on board. I have no idea where it is, and I feel like I'm gonna get lost because this thing is massive. This is like a cruise ship. You may assume that that's about time for bed in this glorious cabin, but no, no, no. I have booked an Arctic Finnish facial. I have no idea what that means, but at 9 o'clock I have a 60-minute Arctic facial, and I picked that one because of the name. It seemed fitting. Because I'm in a bit of a rush now, I've not got my watch, but I will save the exciting cabin room tour for tomorrow morning, and you're not going to want to miss it. This is called a deluxe junior suite or something. It is just incredible. This is like way, way, way bigger than any cruise ship cabin I've ever had. I can't even believe I've just got this for me right now. This feels way too gigantic, and I mean 2 TVs, for goodness sake. I have just noticed that here in the lounge area, there's this giant TV. Come on over to the bedroom with me. Another TV! 2 TVs! One here and one here. Let's go grab some dinner. The Gabriella boasts an award-winning a la carte restaurant. Renowned for its exceptional culinary experiences, guests can indulge in a diverse menu featuring gourmet dishes crafted from the finest ingredients, often inspired by Scandinavian cuisine, all enjoyed alongside these beautiful panoramic sea views. So, I have a funny story about my visit to the restaurant. After finding it, which was pretty easy, I was ushered over to the table next to the window in the most prime location. When the server asked me what starter I wanted, I said I just wanted a main course. She looked a bit concerned, and I didn't really understand why until my dish arrived. It turned out the portion wasn't the biggest, but wow, it was delicious. I had a vegetarian pumpkin dish with a bunch of yummy foam on top, and that's about all I remember of it, but it was amazing. I paired it with a nice white wine, which complemented the meal perfectly. I could tell that this was quite the elegant affair. The waiters were all very professional, and the diners were dressed up very fancy. Before dinner, they had served bread rolls with butter, and I have to say, they were some of the best bread and butter I have ever had. Scandinavians really know how to make bread. Oh my gosh, this bread is phenomenal.
I did everything a little backwards though. My server asked what I would like to follow with dessert, and that's when I noticed you could actually order singular oysters on the menu. Having just recently tried my first oyster on the Great Southern Train in Australia, I got excited and ordered 4. My server had a chuckle, but suggested a champagne to pair with them. And with absolutely no idea what it was, I agreed, on the condition it wasn't too expensive. It turned out to be Charles Heidsieck, which was pretty pricey, but totally worth it for the experience. This whole dining adventure is quite different from Ludvig's ideal holiday, but for me, this was an incredible and very memorable part of my solo journey aboard the Gabriella. So let's delve a little deeper into this ship. The MS Gabriella can accommodate up to 2,500 passengers, making it one of the larger ferries in the Viking Line fleet. The ferry has a wide range of cabin options, totaling around 940 of them. These range from economical standard cabins to much more luxurious suites. So it's likely you'll find something to suit every budget and preference. Ludvig actually laughed when I originally said I was taking this journey, as he knew it as the party ferry, having taken a similar ferry himself a handful of years ago. When he told me this, I have to admit I was a little bit concerned about what I had booked. On board, there is a variety of amenities, including multiple restaurants, including a buffet, a la carte restaurant, fast food outlets, and this really cozy cafe. There are various pubs, bars, there's a sauna, a spa area, and entertainment venues featuring live music and performances, and a nightclub, which I didn't see until morning when it was actually closed and I accidentally walked in here and got told off for wandering around. And of course, what I found out was a highlight of this particular ferry journey for many passengers is the tax-free shopping available on board. Passengers can purchase alcohol, cosmetics, sweets, and other goods at a significantly reduced price, which contributes to the ferry's reputation as a party ferry. I am, again, as I do on cruise ships, trying not to use the elevators, so I'm a little bit puffed from all the stair usage. Well, that dinner was phenomenal. That was very much fine dining. I have noticed when I go out for dinners by myself, I try my hardest to just sit there and be present, be in the moment, but it's so hard not to think of something and go, oh, I'll just reach for my phone and do that thing, and then you end up being on your phone for the majority of the time. But then I remember and I try to put it down, be present, be in the moment, and just sit with my thoughts and enjoy the food. I think I'm getting a little bit better at it every time I go out for dinner by myself. A little bit more confident with being just by myself. Anyway, I've just come back to the room and I noticed we have some robes. Clearly, usually 2 people stay in here. We've got 2 robes. We've got 2 lots of bath towels, but I'm very excited to pop this on later. I absolutely love it when we get a bathrobe. I love it. Also, let's just take a little look outside. Wow. It's sunny. Wow. The sun should be setting pretty soon, and that is going to be a beautiful sight. Can't believe I have a balcony on a ferry. You know, that's kind of unheard of over in New Zealand. Beware, if you have a balcony, watch out for that thing. I found the spa sauna zone. It doesn't actually seem that busy. They were super duper friendly. Apparently I just bring my swimsuit and everything else is provided there. They've got towels, they've got slippers, they've got shampoo, conditioner, everything I might need. I'm gonna go down, make the most of that for about the next hour, and then I've got my facial afterwards. You can purchase a sauna spa pass online when booking for around 12 to 14 euros. However, because I grabbed a facial treatment lasting over 45 minutes, the spa access was included. Yay! Also, I have this little key card thing. I have to remember it everywhere I go. I guess because this floor of rooms are like the fancy suite rooms, we have our own entry door that we have to use this for to even access our hallways. And then of course we do need this to get into our room as well. But that's when you know you're staying in the fancy suites. If you're planning on staying in one of these, just know you're going to have some very extra private rooms. By the way, if fancy dinners and saunas and facials aren't really your thing, there seems to be so many different activities going on this ship. my gosh, I've got the whole sauna to myself. And I've got a vitamin drink on the house because I booked a treatment. There's nobody in here. Maybe I'm here at like a really off-peak time. This is like 8 p.m. Maybe everyone's having dinner now. Cheers. I've got a whole sauna to myself. This is too much fun. Way too fun.
Upon returning to my room, I was left speechless. Not because I was on the verge of falling asleep, but because of the incredible view that had appeared out of my window. The colourful hues of orange, pink and yellow had painted the sky in a mesmerizing sunset. This looked like a painting.
It's now just after 10 p.m. I've witnessed the most incredible sunset. Now I think it's about time to get jammies and robe on. Something's missing. Much better. This is so cozy. I can't believe where I am and what I'm doing right now. Alright, let's see what this TV's all about. Firstly, gonna rip into one of these. I still have no idea if this stuff costs. It's not like I'm gonna rip into this anyway, or any of these beers, or these sodas. There's just not enough time for it all. Oh, that's cool. Woo! Let's go, Sweden. The really exciting thing about Scandinavian beds is that you literally have separate sleeping zones. Sometimes, not always, but sometimes I've noticed that you'll not only have your own separate little blanket, but you'll have a separate mattress as well. In this case, this is 2 single beds pushed together. But sometimes in Scandinavia, I've had a king-size bed with separate mattress toppers, and then of course, separate blankets, and then sometimes you'll have a full king bed with the same mattress, but just separate blankets. So really don't know what you're gonna get, but I think the key is to have separate blankets because me and Ludvig sleep so much better when we have our own blankets because you're not sort of tugging and waking each other up by the movement. Fantastic idea. Good night. Okay, now I actually need to get up and turn all the lights off.
Oh, wow. Within minutes of waking up, I was greeted by a breathtaking view from my window, the Stockholm archipelago. It was an incredible sight. The Stockholm archipelago is one of the largest in the Baltic Sea, composed of around 30,000 islands, and stretches over 60 kilometers. This stunning natural wonder is known for its unique blend of untouched nature and charming picturesque villages. And spoiler alert, I learn a lot more about this archipelago in my next video when I spend a few days exploring Stockholm.
Alright, it's morning. I slept gloriously, a solid 8 hours. This bed is phenomenal. The mattress is so soft, the blankets, oh my gosh, amazing. And I had 4 pillows to myself. I basically had like a pillow cave around me. I don't think I moved once. Included in my junior suite ticket, I had a premium breakfast, which was offered between 7 a.m. and 10 a.m. this morning at the a la carte restaurant, the same place as I went last night, and it was better than I expected. When I walked in, I noticed there was a big buffet of lots of different foods, cold cuts, cheeses, muesli, yogurt, fish pie, lots of desserts, toasts, egg, oats, pancakes, you name it. It was there. But I didn't realize that I'd also have made to order breakfast option available as well. So of course I got the avocado toast and it was amazing, absolutely delicious. While down there, I did attempt to explore outside a little, but on this particular day, it was just a little too rainy. I can see how this part of the ship would be a pretty popular spot during the summer months though. Also, oh my gosh, if there is any reason for you to come on this ferry, it's to go through the Stockholm archipelago. I can never say the word. Absolutely stunning, all of these beautiful little islands, forests, greenery, the most charming homes with wharfs and boats, tiny little boat houses. I didn't really study the map before I hopped on here, and I didn't realize that we'd actually be very obviously going through all of these little islands to get to Stockholm. So this has been absolutely magical to wake up to this view and to have a window, let alone my own balcony, to sit out there. Well, not really sit out there, it was really cold and rainy, but to pop out there intermittently. Just amazing. Oh my gosh. I'm going to give you a glimpse of my bed situation last night when I took a quick video. Here we go, this is the bed situation before I slept in it. Next to my bed, I've got this cute little zone with a big mirror, a desk, a hairdryer. And one thing I have to address is there are so many power outlets in this room. I haven't counted, but there is way more than you need. So if you want to charge things, this is your place. I have my own adorable little lounge area with an L-shaped couch. This was perfect to sit on last night to watch Eurovision. I also have a massive TV. I've got a little mini fridge stocked with a bunch of things. I have a couple of these little chairs dotted around the place. One whole side of the room is basically windows, so there is so much natural light coming into this room. Of course, the main feature in this room is my incredible balcony. Wow, and I just want to show you the amazing homes over there, look. But yes, balcony, I have 3 lovely chairs, to be honest. I have not sat out here. It's been a bit too cold. I am here early May, and I woke up this morning to rain and mist and fog, and it's been pretty darn freezing. But it honestly just adds to the magic. I have a little wardrobe section, really handy, a few coat hangers, some extra pillows, extra towels, etc. Rubbish bin underneath that, and just heaps of cupboards. A lot of storage. Of course, I've got my bathroom. By the way, the shower was fantastic, piping hot. Honestly, this room is just massive. It's probably 4 times as much space as I need, but I'm not complaining. This was so much fun to stay in such a luxurious suite. Oh my gosh, wow. Oh my god, there's a theme park. What the heck? It is ridiculous how beautiful this morning's scenery has been. I was not prepared for the beauty. In other news, I went to the information desk and asked them, hey, I'm in this junior suite room. Is everything in the fridge included? And he said yes. So my friends, there's nothing left to do. I'm gonna take myself a bottle of kava, which in Swedish kava is champagne, if I'm correct. And this one is a Viking line kava, so don't mind if I do. So hopefully I have room for it. Yep. Beauty. Alright, let's talk price. I had originally booked this journey for Ludvig and I as a part of our longer trip following our wedding in Sweden. But since Ludvig has a job back in New Zealand, there was only so much time he could take off. And me being me, I had gone ahead and booked all the things that I wanted to do, leaving me cancelling the booking and receiving a credit.
Since I had booked a fairly nice room for the two of us, as well as dinner and a sauna pass, it left me with around €500 to use for my next booking. And of course, I went ahead and booked one of the fanciest suites. Along with this, I purchased the dinner voucher and not forgetting my facial. Oh, and cancellation insurance for €6, which brought me to just over €500. Quite expensive for just one night if you ask me, but I do think the money was well spent for such an enjoyable solo trip that I'll cherish forever. I do hope you've enjoyed this overnight ferry experience from Helsinki to Stockholm, because I sure have. This experience was beyond my expectations. Everything from the service to the food to the room to the activities on board. This is truly more like a cruise. If you've got 17 hours to spare and you'd rather take your time, enjoy the sights and have a really fun experience, and there are so many different options for accommodation to suit any budget. I was quite amazed at the variety of options. It was a little bit hard to choose, but I'm going to say the Junior Suite is also a really good choice. Let me know down below, is this a journey that you would like to take yourself? Have you perhaps done this trip yourself or something similar? And as always, don't forget to hit that subscribe. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video because it really does help. And leave me a comment below. I love to read all of your wonderful comments. It's so nice to connect with you all. And until next time, we're going to be exploring a little bit of Stockholm together. See you then.